Hello, welcome to Dungeon Drawers Podcast. I'm Reels Justin. So today we have another comic book showcase. It's going to be at least another 2 weeks before we figure out if we're going to do, when we're going to be able to do comic book call videos. Because like it could take my comic book guy like a week to set up right after they reopen the province, right? So. It took like I think it took him like a week last time. Which I drove past his store today because I had to go to urologist because I thought I had dick cancer. Which is like something I've been stressing out over for like a month, and big news, everybody! It turns out it wasn't dick cancer. So good. Thank God for that. It wasn't STDs either. It was just sometimes you just after a while you just get pigment. What's it called? Whatever. I got like weird spots on my dick. So I'm like, what the fuck is that, cancer? And it turns out no. It just randomly you can just get just like color changes on your dick. So good news that I don't have cancer, and if I did have cancer, the guy who was the urologist is also a surgeon. So good thing we didn't have to have that conversation on how to remove said tumors, because like God knows If it was that, if they asked me, hey, we're gonna have to cut your dick off or you're gonna die, I would be like, that would be a hard decision to make, I think. So today we're doing our XMen spin-offs showcase, which I went through my comic book collection. And I found some single issues that are maybe they're keys, I don't know. I just picked out number ones, right? And we also have trades, but we're gonna do the single issues first, right? So we're gonna start now. First one is Schism, Part 1 of 5 by Jason Aaron and Carlos Pacheco. When did this come out? This came out September 2011. I have no idea if this is any good or not. I don't even remember if what this is about. I think the X-Men were splitting up. I don't know. Don't remember. And this is the newsstand edition. I picked this up at a convenience store back when you could pick up comic books at convenience stores. Not anymore. At least not around where I live. Unless you're into Archie or Simpsons books, which they don't even have Simpsons comics anymore at the stores, man. Such a shame, man. Because like my first comic books I ever got as a kid were from the convenience stores. So it sucks that's not a thing anymore. So next one, we have some XForce titles. This one's a more recent one. Uncanny XForce #1 by Rick Remender. And this is also newsstand edition. So I'm pretty sure I picked this up at the where's the fucking artist? God damn it. Got an ad for TNA toys and UFC toys. Where do they say the artist? They're not telling me the artist. Well, that's okay, because I have the trade also, which we're gonna talk about. So when did this come out? This came out, I imagine, around the same time. Not telling me. December 2010. Okay. Does it say who worked on this? Nope. Opina. So I don't know who his first name is. For some reason it says Squadron Supreme in the little white block at the bottom. I don't know why. Right above Marvel.com. Weird. So yeah, issue 1. Next is Marvel must-have, and it's basically it collects issues 1 through 3 of XForce Legacy of Vengeance, and you have a Brian Hitch variant cover. I don't know if he. That's cool. This is by Greg Kyle and Chris Yost, who did what's his name? They did the the Wolverine and the X-Men cartoon, and you have art by Clayton Crane. This came out in 2008 at some point. So yeah, I thought it was okay. Art's alright. The team on this is I didn't even mention who was on the team the other one. Well, I'll mention it when I get to the trades. I think that's Rain from New X-Men. You got Thunder War. Oh fuck, dude. Who's the Native American guy? I can't remember. Warpath. Yeah, Warpath. You have X-23 and Wolverine. So put this back into the board and bag. Next is X Campus 1 of 4. Newsstand edition, $5. Came out July 2010. I thought it sucked. Next is another newsstand edition. Generation Hope #1 by Kieran Gillen, Salvador Espen, which I have a couple issues of this series. Don't remember if it's any good. Came out January 1st, 2011, so new year. Okay. Next is an older book, which I picked up with okay, I'll just say London. London, Ontario, not London, like England. Which I was visiting relatives, and I was passing by. You know, we were going out, I think, to pick up lunch or dinner or breakfast. I can't remember. And we passed. I was with, you know, one of my relatives, and we passed by a comic book store. And I'm like, hey man, can I go? It's okay if we can park out front or whatever, and I'll go in and pick up something from the store. And I did pick up a couple stuff. One of which is Cable #1 with Blood and Metal, which is metal, part of Cable's first limited series, which only had like 2 issues apparently. Let me open this up. Looks like I double taped. I don't think I ever read this because it's taped on there pretty hard. So yeah, I probably didn't open this. So yeah, who wrote this thing? Came out in October. What year does not say. 1992. Okay. You got Fabian Netzia. Oh, I hate that guy. Art by John Romita Jr. and Dan Green did the ink. I wonder if that's Dan Green, the voice actor. Never read this. Don't know if it's any good. So, yeah. That Forge. You can see. I see Domino. Oh, the front cover and the back fold out for to make like a poster. That's cool. And you can see, I think that's Forge and Domino. Don't know who the other 2 people are. And you got the 30th anniversary for The Amazing Spider-Man, 1962 through 1992. Alright. So I have no idea if this is worth anything nowadays. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. The John Romita Jr. cover doesn't look... It looks pretty cool. How much should I pay for this? I can't remember. But I saw, like, I don't know. But I saw a price tag on here, but no, I don't. So, next is a more recent book. This is a direct edition. Extreme. Oh, you know what? I'll just tell you when we get to the newsstand edition. Alright. So this is Extreme X-Men #1 by Greg Pak. When did they come out? I think that's Steven Segovia. It just says Segovia. So this was like a new version of Exiles, which Exiles was about, you know, a bunch of mutants were forced by this cosmic being to go and like fix alternate realities, and eventually they would be sent home or whatever. I can't remember. But yeah, this was $3. When did this fucking come out? I'll just check the back. September 2012. Okay, September 2012. And it was Steven Segovia. Yeah. Covered by Julian Titano Tedesco. And if you want to know if this series was any good, I forgot to mention the team is Dazzler, Cowboy, Wolverine, and Teenage Nightcrawler. And it sucked. I mean, it was good at first, but then when they introduced Hercules onto the team, the comic book sucked because it was revealed that Wolverine was gay. This version of Wolverine was gay for like Hercules, and his character did a whole 180, which is why even when I was a liberal, I hated the gay characters, no offense, because once it turned out they were gay, their characters did a 180, and they started acting very feminized, right? They started acting like women, right? They weren't cool anymore, right? And like once Hercules joined the team, Wolverine started acting like a mom, like like a woman, so it was fucking weird. Which sucked, because he was a cool character before that. And he had both claws, but yeah. That sucks. So next, #1 is another direct edition. This is Cable and XForce by Hopeless. Who's that? Oh, this bullshit. Dennis Hopeless, writer. Salvador LaRocca, artist. And who did the cover? LaRocca and Diarmata, which Frank Diarmata's colors. So the team for this is Cable with the new robot arm. You got Dr. Nemesis, which wasn't Nemesis. Oh, I'm thinking of Phantom, never mind. Dr. Nemesis. Their costumes are very similar. Colossus, Domino, and Forge. Which, for the longest time, I didn't know Native Americans couldn't grow facial hair. Because the first Native American character I was ever introduced to was Forge in the old X-Men cartoon, and he was Native American, but he had a mustache. So for the longest time, I didn't know because of this asshole that Native Americans couldn't grow facial hair. So he's obviously mixed or something. Just saying. So now we're done the single issues. So now we're just going to go into the trades, which we still have a lot of trades, so we're going to try to go through them, right? So next is a hardcover premiere edition of XFactor by Peter David and Ryan Sook and Dennis Calero, which the team for this is, I forget, who are these assholes again? You got Madrox, the multiple man, Guido, the strong guy, who kind of looks like, what's his name from? Bato from Ghost in the Shell, but without the ponytail. Wolfsbane, the shapeshifter, aka Rain Sinclair. Saren, the chorus girl. Richter, the living earthquake, though he doesn't have his powers. And Generation X's Monet, the pompous witch. So yeah, this is a tie-in to House of M, or this book was that came out after House of M. I can't remember. But yeah, this book started the trend where they were taking old characters and making them gay. So they made what's his name, Richter, bisexual, which sucks because like in the book he got in trouble. He actually walked in on one of the girls like getting changed or whatever, and they flipped the shit. It's like, but bitch, he's gonna have a boyfriend later on in the series, which turned out to be XForce's Shadowstar, who was created by Rob Liefeld. And when Rob Liefeld found out, hey, they took a character of his and turned him gay, I heard he wasn't happy about that, but who knows, right? Yeah, so I got this at bookstore, one of my favorite bookstores actually. Paid $32 for it, holy faith, and it collects issues 1 through 6 of XFactor, and it's $20 US, so way overpriced. Don't pick this up. This sucks, by the way. Peter David. I think Peter David to me is one of those writers where like people talk shit about Chris Claremont saying he's an overrated writer. Bullshit. Peter David is like, people hype up his shit, but if you go back and look at his old stuff, in my opinion, he's up to it. Whatever. So next is an omnibus, the Exiles Ultimate Collection Book 1, which is collects issues 1 through 19 of Exiles by Judd Winnick, Green Arrow, Black Canary, illustrated by Mike McCone, Amazing Spider-Man, and Jim Cavalori as Batgirl. This series I remember being pretty good, and it's a good example of where, like, you know, I talk shit, we all talk shit about the SJW liberal writers and shit. This is an example of a comic book series that was obviously written by like a very leftist liberal, but was still good in my opinion. And like Judd Winnick is famous because he was on some VH1 or MTV like old reality show. I forget what it's called, but yeah, he was on there. And it very much has this like MTV feel to it. There's like a character later on in the series that turns out to be a lesbian and other stuff. Which, yeah, the team, if I remember correctly, was mostly Mimic, who's like the leader, Pixie, and alternate version of that Morpho, I think his name is, the guy who shapeshifts. And the team members constantly change because people die in this series. Yeah. And you also, they're all from different, like, realities and stuff. Like, the one girl is from, like, Age of Apocalypse, which I still haven't read. But, yeah, one day I'll read that. I'll pick it up. So next is book 2, which I don't know how long this series was, but yeah, this collects. This was like $35 US, so I probably paid a lot for this. It was worth the price, in my opinion. Collects Exiles issues 20 through 37, and XMen Unlimited 41. Written by Judd Winnick, Chuck Austin, and illustrated by. If it's written by Chuck Austin, does that mean he took over? I don't know. And illustrated by Jim Cavalori, Kev Walker, Clayton Henry, Scotty Young, Tom Mandrake, and Mizuki Sakibara. Which is that the person? There was like, for people who don't know, there was like a guy, a white guy who was working as an artist for Marvel who pretended to be Japanese. So I don't know if that was them. So yeah, I don't know. Cool books, in my opinion. So next is an example of a leftist book that fucking was garbage, which is Giant Size XStatics, which comes with 128 pages. The sense-shattering first trade, which the cover, I got this at a bargain bin at my comic book store. So that should have been the first fucking clue that this book sucked. But, you know, the art was really cool, which you have art by, in this book, which this is written by Peter Milligan, from, like, you know, he did the Shade the Changing Man in the first couple issues of New 52's Justice League Dark until he got replaced by Jeff Lemire. And this collects issues 1 through 5, and is illustrated by Mike Allred, the creator of Mad Men, Darwin Cook from Catwoman and like DC's New Frontier, and Paul Pope, who from like Heavy Liquid 100, who Paul Pope had like a pretty cool miniseries that was collected into like a graphic novel or something that they had in my library. That was pretty cool. The main character was like a drug dealer, and it took place in like a cyberpunk future. It was pretty cool. I can't remember the name of the series though. Yeah, how much does this normally cost? $11.89, 1925. Oy vey. So it took place in a bad time for the Canadian government. Yeah. I heard a ripping sound when I opened the book. So it looks like the cover is starting to fucking come off. Oy vey. When did this come out? 2002, 2003. Okay. So this this team is about like a group of mutants that are basically they're kind of like XForce, where they go around and kill people for mutant kind, and they're kind of supported by Xavier. They get helped by Xavier, but it's like, dude, like Xavier probably wouldn't be okay with them killing people, which they do. And later on in the book, like randomly 2 of the characters come out of the closet. And I think this might have started the trend in like a lot of the teen or young people Marvel superhero teams, where at least 2 of the characters have to turn out to be gay, which was a trend that happened here. It happened in what is this called? Young Avengers, the Runaways. Which the Runaways, I would say the first 19 issues were good. The first omnibus was good. Don't pick up the second omnibus and stuff. And I don't know. Avengers Academy had some good. Yeah, Avengers Academy. So yeah. So next we're going to. I should probably do the. Yeah. Which one? I don't know which one came out first. That's the fucking. Okay, so we're doing some XForce titles, which is XForce Angels and Demons, which kind of retarded to pick up this book because half the book I had in the Legacy of Vengeance. But yeah, it collects issues 1 through 6 of XForce by Craig Kyle and Chris Yost, with artist Clayton Crane. This is XForce Volume 1, Angels and Demons, which was, I don't know. I remember it being okay. The art was okay. I think the XForce. I mostly pick up XForce because I like the aesthetic of the team. But yeah, they go after a mutant hate group in this book, by the way, just so you know. Which, yeah, totally not proving the humans right, by the way, by sending out killer mutants to like go after people that don't that you disagree with. Yeah. So yeah. So next is XForce Sex and Violence, which I think this is the second volume. I'm not sure. Which collects XForce Sex and Violence issues 1 through 3. And okay. And it comes with a new XMen Annual. I don't know. Oh, it comes with looks like an issue of New X-Men. I don't know if that's Grant Morrison. But yeah. Which I kind of want to read New X-Men, even though people tell me it's leftist garbage, but I don't know. Well, I like the aesthetics, and I like Frank Whiteley's art, and I'm a friend of Grant Morrison, so I'm hoping it's it's going to be good, despite the fact it's going to be like leftist propaganda. So next is Uncanny XForce Volume 1 by Rick Remender and what's this guy's name? Jerome Opina. Which the first story, the artist is Leonardo Manco. Okay, whatever. Which I have the first issue of this series in the single issues, and I have the trade also. Which the members of this team are Wolverine, Archangel, Psylocke, Phantomex, which I have a Marvel Legends of that guy, and Deadpool in a gray and black outfit, which I love the costumes, and Archangel can switch back and forth between his his steel winged version, his regular soft feather wings, just for people know. This collects issues 1 through 4 and has material from Wolverine Road to Hell. Okay. Kind of a ripoff. Only has 4 issues. That sucks. So basically, in this book, I remember what it was about. They go to kill Apocalypse, who's reincarnated, but he's like a kid. So they have like this, oh shit, do we kill him or we don't kill him because he's a kid now? Which I'm not gonna spoil it. A certain person gets kicked off the team because of some bullshit. Sorry. No, he comes back, I think. So this is volume 2, which is Uncanny XForce. This is a hardcover, where the other one was a softcover. Premiere edition, Deathlock Nation, which I don't remember if this is any good. Which, who did the arts? Don't even know what it's about. Looks like a bunch of people got turned into, Deathlocks. Rick Remender. With artist Raphael Albuquerque. And issues 5 through 7 is Assad Ribic. Okay. This was 19 US, 22 Canadian, so the Canadian government, the Canadian economy wasn't too bad when this came out. So this X-Force 5 through 7 and 5.1. Okay, not bad. Which still the same lineup. So I guess when they kicked that guy out, they didn't kick him out for long. When does it come out, by the way? 2011. Okay. So yeah, that was it for my X-Men spin-off books. I hope you enjoyed them. If you want me to review any of them, let me know. The whole point of these showcases is for you guys to know what books I have in my collection so I can review them, right? And I actually have these books. I'm not fucking, listing off shit off a Scanlation site. Comic book Scanlation site, which are a thing. And I don't do that with comic books, man. You gotta support, your local comic book store because of reasons. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope I'll make sure to put timestamps, which are, oh boy, is that going to be tricky for this video. Alright guys, peace. Oh, and next showcase, I'm probably going to do, oh, and I didn't do Wolverine books, which I do have Wolverine books because, I don't have a lot of them. So I'll just, wait until we figure something out. Maybe we'll do a Wolverine and Spider-Man showcase. I don't fucking know. Guess why? Later. Yeah, so my next showcase, which is going to be next Wednesday, obviously, is going to be Batman books. So look forward to that, but I'm not going to, because I have a lot of Batman books, I'm not going to talk about, the ones I picked up in my comic book haul videos, because, No point adding them as well. Alright guys, peace.